subscribe for more videos.
Welcome back, everybody, to definitely not the first time we've come back to a post-disaster scenario. We are definitely going to have to fix the way we do things around here. I'm curious about one primary thing. How do we tell... is there a map for the one that lets us see how many troops can be... It's called supply, right? That's what I'm looking for, supply limit. It's got to be in here somewhere. I've never looked at it, but I probably should. There we go, supply limit. Okay, so these show 35s, 40, a few 46 in there. Okay, so what is our... I'm thinking we're going to reform and rearrange our troops because, you know, we might need to. After all that disaster, we're down to 0 manpower. We need 110. In 10 years, we'll get 101k back. So, you know, it's going to take a bit. Maybe a little less than 10 years. What is our combat width? 32. Okay, so we need to base on a 32. So that'd be 64 troops. So our new template should not be half stacked at 24. It should be half stacked at 32. Okay, so 16 in the back row. Okay, so let's look at defining a template. Let's create a template here of 16 cannon backline. 4 and 12. Sure. Yeah. I think. 34? Go 36. 16, 4, and 16. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that'll put the half stack 32. So this will give us I guess it'd be the half stack 16. That's the number of cannon that we did last time. All right. So one-time cost of 664 ducats to hire. That's cool. The idea here is that we have enough infantry to reinforce the line, because we did run into an issue, I'm pretty sure, where that did not comply. So let's do that. That is now a 16-4-16. Okay. With our leader... Yeah, you know what? You're going to get that position. There. Actually, up here. Let's put him in. Let's do this the smart way. And then, so that separated out that group. You can come join these guys in La La Land. Literally, it's La La. This will be conformed as well to that format after this next fight. Okay. So, let's see. We have advisor missing. We were looking for a national tax modifier advisor. We don't have a lot of cash right now, but once the ships get back into doing what they're supposed to... Are they doing that yet? Where's our fleet? That's the galleons and the transports. These guys have no naval commander with them right now, so we should give them the explorer commander. You are on mission to trade in the Ivory Coast. That should get the trade returning. We're going to go ahead and bring this fleet back around to Benin and park it in the trade, sort of the trade port capital, the western capital of the empire, I guess. Economic and such capital there. I'd like to try again for the inflation reduction dude. What is our military guy? He is a land force modifier. We need a different leader there. I'll wait a turn or two. We have no war right now. We are bringing our inflation up at 0.04, so that's not terrible. Too many diplo relations. Who's the issue? Wait, why did we drop a diplo relation? We had more than that, didn't we? Didn't we have 7 before? How did we lose the diplomatic relations? Did we change? Did our leader change something about him? No. I don't remember what it was. It's been a few days since I recorded the last episode. We did go with telling him that we're going to do trade ideas. I am going to keep pushing to get that the top ideas. So this one needs to hit 18 first. When it does, it almost switch out of admin focus, but we do have the option that we could add in an admin idea. If we were to do that, what would we want to do here? Economic ideas, I would say. National tax modifier, yearly inflation reduction, merchant, gold depletion chance down, inflation reduction from loan repayment, interest per annum, land maintenance modifier, development from manufactories. Okay, I don't know how that works, but production efficiency up, and then goods produced modifier up. We could go infrastructure as well. Not sure that that's what I want to do. We could go for the humanist ideas as well. There's administrative. Don't think that's appropriate. Religious ideas, a little too late. Innovative. Technology cost reduction is pretty darn solid. Institution spread. No, I think we go economic. I think we'll lock that in. We can't unlock the other. Now we could do administrative one right away, but I want to hold off until for sure we get that 18 across the board. That might come this episode, so we'll see. But the main focus today is going to be to deal with the aftermath of this atrociously terrible war that we just humiliated ourselves with. Adele is the only thing between us and Ethiopia right now. This is not... It's uncolonized. That's uncolonized, so they can walk through there. So really, we will put in a fort here, because that is a wasteland. I don't think they can walk through there. So we'll put in a fort in Pate. Right? Yeah, let's put it... Let's see, this is farmland, and Pate is also farmland. A little more developed. Pate has the harbor down here. Yeah, you know what? We'll go here. We'll build in here. We're going to build the fort in here. It's going to be a bastion, and I think I will get a loan set out right away for that. And we'll put the bastion in here, and then I should also have one down in the south here. Now, where would we put it? We could put it in the highlands here, or in the jungle here. You know what? Maybe we won't have one in the south there. We have a block through here. We have the capital, and then we have a blockade through here. I don't think well, they can cross through here. But I think if we put a fort in here, that will be sufficient to lock things in. From there, we could put in forts here and down in here. Realistically, if we were wanting to really up our fort count, that would be something worth doing. Then we'd be paying a little more, but we'd also be producing a little more army tradition, right? Fully maintaining forts. I think the number of forts we have increases that. But it's not that important. 18.18 for the army professionalism right now. So as soon as the manpower's back up, we'll probably start doing some drilling. We got to start acting like a modern power instead of a scrambling mess down here. Feels like I'm a little on the back heel here. So the back foot here. Colonies, we do have an available colonist, so maybe we can adjust things here. There's a province there that is Russian. Really? I thought it was empty. Nope, it's Russian. We do have one here. We can plop that in. Let's do that. Filling in the holes. We did talk about potential battles over this way. Oh my goodness, what is this? Who the heck is... Oh my gosh. Who is the Khan? I've never seen Deccan. That must be a... Oh, it's a big Shia state. Wow, I'm not familiar with what's going on around the world, and this is crazy. Japan's doing okay. They're at war with Russia, Korea, my gosh, Russia's... Wow. Okay, there was a big fleet here. What is this fleet? Sunda. Where is Sunda? Oh, Sunda. Jeepers, you're big. Let's see what Sunda's got. Like, they got 60-something fleet. That's cool. I'm totally distracted, but seriously. It's neat to see some of these things. Yeah, 55,000, 56 manpower for an island nation over there. That's impressive. And Deccan. I've never seen the nation of Deccan form. Is it Deccan? 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 I don't know how you'd pronounce that, but they're impressive. Let's have a look at them. Deccan? Yeah, that's them. 167 force limit. They're notably larger than us. Dang. Yeah, they got 82,000 troops, which is not far from what we've got. Ratanpur. Wow, look at that. Bengala's pretty solid, too. The Ming have been utterly obliterated, but look at that mess over there. That's amazing. We also have the Timurids, still functional, sort of, but they've got some Arabian territory here. Persia's outstripped them. Ottomans have not gone south, which is impressive. I think the Mamluks have done better in this episode, in this series, than I've seen them do in a long time. Russia's doing their... Oh, they're getting into Sweden and Finland, and they've trounced through there. They got through... what was this? The Livonian Order? Yeah, they've really done quite a number. And we have... Who's that? Stettin... Burgundy is still a major power, which is weird. France is almost all but gone. Papal State's actually fairly dominant here, including... No, that's Austria down there. What does Austria have? They have no... they got a bunch of allies, but they're the emperor here with 4 reforms posted, which they've done a long time ago. The dominant faith is still Catholic. I don't think there's any... the Burgundian inheritance, and then Burgundy in the Empire, Shadow Empire, fate of peasantry, decline of the Hanseatic League, Teutonic Order in the Empire. Lots of incidents have happened and come and gone, and they've 11 free cities, 30 princes still, so why are they losing? Heretic princes in the Empire, yeah. 'Tis the season for the big battles to hit. Religious-wise, oh yeah, look at it. It's shattered badly. Yeah. They'll get the big North and South, or what is it, the Protestant Catholic thing might spawn there. Empire China, totally collapsed, basically. Spain has taken a very dominant force, and they've actually got some overly powerful and overly eager to for independence groups up here. The English as well. 56.7% for Newfoundland. Oof. Somebody's going to start supporting that. That's going to cost you some serious shooting. The Zuni Federation, which I find is very frequently coming up in the Texas, California zone here. They are at war with Spain and a whole bunch of Spanish and French spaces. Is Florida French? Oh, Florida. That's their war with Florida, which is a Florida and Pacifico Norte, whatever that is. Caribbean is entirely owned by the Caribes, the Portuguese, or Portuguese colony, as it were. They're not independent, are they? 16%? No, they're happy to stay with their boss. Brazil is less happy. Rio de la Plata, 7%, so they're fine. Rio de Prata, Portuguese Peru. Mm-hmm. Peru. Yeah, none of them are interested in leaving on their own. That's Ottomans? The Ottomans have the southern cape of South America. What a weird world we've got here. Well, that was a nice little tour, but back to things. So we are definitely needing to boost up our speed of doing things here. I did build that one fort, and I think what we'll do now is we'll work on getting the right people in here. We'll drop this guy out. Missionary in production. Again, not the right collection of people. Not the ones I want to see in here. Enemies? Oh, you missed, huh? Yep, you missed taking the guy out when we were oh my goodness. Yeah, that's gonna be costly to do that, but okay, we'll do it anyways. Like, super costly to do that. Let's look at the people again. They're just not giving us one of these. You know, I'm not hating the idea of adding a national tax modifier. No, that's not the one I want. I want the debt reduction guy. The inflation reduction. Morale of armies, land maintenance modifier. I need land force, not land force limit. Called manpower recovery. That's what we're looking for him. You're the half price dude, so you're gonna stay put. There we go. Got rid of that. Go ahead and split you. We'll start cleaning up the mess there. We do have more rebellions forming. Jofalin. Oh yeah, you're way up here. We're gonna need to tend to that. We're gonna need to send somebody up there. We actually have the fleet coming in here, so let's bring them up towards the capital. And you are you the conformed to group? Yes, you are. So actually, we don't have enough ships for a 36er. That's part of my bad thinking. Oh, this guy is not supposed to have broken that. I did that wrong. Ivory Coast, get up there. Okay. What are you guys? How'd you guys end up there? Did I? Oh, I didn't think that through, did I? Okay, group those up and then conform you to the half stack 16. You will grab a leader. And you'll head up this way generally, and you can head over this way generally. Where's that guy heading? Up to there. So this guy should come up north and meet that group. So we've got 2 stacks, 1 armies. Let's see. What are we going to call these? We'll just redesign them as the first, second, and third. For now. And not that one, this one. The second. And then up here, one of these will become the third once they're reformed, and we'll probably go with 4 of them for our total force limit scenario. Enemies, 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 taking out all over my turf. It's really annoying. We're not going to stop that guy, but we might be able to stop this guy, so let's go this way. Make sure you get the boss dude. You probably won't get, definitely won't get there in time, but you'll be able to smack him after he gets there. That's all right. The galleons can separate off and go park in Benin. We'll leave the 26 hogs to do the trip. So we don't have enough manpower to do this quite properly, but that's fine. We're a little successful for more economy everywhere. That's all right. It's the cost of my folly, and it was great folly. Okay, trade power or yet another trade efficiency person. Well, Coromandel is just cranking out this stuff for us. We can... trader leaves the court. No, we can do the 2 mercantilism and lose some Republican tradition. Trade changes to coffee. Successful kill of that unit. Bring you over here for another kill. You're gonna go with a quadruple split. Clean that up. We do have rebels that are continuing to expand, but we'll hopefully be able to sort them out before too long. You go in and join him in Lega. Call the diplomat from Benin. Benin should be annexed, I would think. Needs to be 190. Really? We couldn't get any higher? We could not. Annex vassals. Oh. Did I... Did I not... Ah, I forgot to do the annex vassals thing where we stop them from getting angry because of our... Oh well, we got too many on here anyways. We can't fix that. Only way we could free up one easily would be... Oh no, actually we're higher than we need to be here. Many expedition rights. Colony cost modifier is down with that. That's a decent amount of money saving. Um... 33. Many expeditions minus 18.8% cost. Inflation's causing an increase in 2%. Okay, so we can get rid of some of these if we want to, but if we do any more annexation, we'll have to... Crap. Well, I want to do another annexation to get these guys out of the way. Are we gonna be able to get you high enough? Yes, we will. Yes, so we'll be able to annex them. So that'll be the annexation choice. That's no problem. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll go ahead and improve relations here and here. Keep those going. The too many is legit right now, but if we can bring in one of those vassals, then we'll solve that a little bit. We're making bank now. So that's good. That is a lot of dudes. Can we get you to join us in here? Morale of armies down. Dang it. Before I hit that button, let's bring this guy into here. We're short on our front line of this. Can't do that. That is foolish. The EU4 are in the second army. Let's bring the second over to here. Oh, it's the capital. They're in no rush. That's going to happen no matter what, time-wise. Offer for ducats requested from Ethiopia for favors. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Ethiopia and request something back from them. We'll go with soldiers, 2,100. That'll help. And then we'll talk to Great Britain about soldiers as well. Are we able to do that? No, we can't ask that again. We can't ask for favor stuff when they're at war. Who are they at war with? New Norway. You're at war with a place called New Norway. Where's New Norway? I have no idea. Oh, New Norway. There we go. Oh yeah, so they're expanding into, what is the... I'm looking for the colonial regions. Yeah, they're expanding in colonial East America. They take out that, this becomes colony. Interesting. Interesting choice there, England. Keep it up, guys. I like England doing good things and smart things and, you know, winning militarily and all that jazz. Wait. Okay, so you're... Right, you're short on manpower, but you have enough to... so you don't have the full front line. Got it. Don't have a proper front line, but that's okay. We'll let them both line up. Make sure they get reconstituted. This is back to the second army. Good. So you and you, what's the sort of alignment? The 21st and the 26th. Oz, get a couple days under our belt. You go in around the same time, 25th and 26th. There we go. Land the same day, please. Coordinate that perfectly because I don't want to waste any more men than I've already been doing, like I'm doing over here. All right, then you guys are going to totally consolidate. Then you're going to form into a 16 stack. All right, and you're going to be the 3rd army, and you're going to head over to the east. I think. Is that where we want you? No. Yes. No. Yeah. No. Sure. Let's head over to station in Pate. Supply limits are huge up there, so there we go. And this is going to be the 3rd army. Lovely. 3rd army. 3rd army. I had to change the name to get the flag on there. Okay. And then we got 15k, mostly horses, still intact. All right. And we'll wait until that fight happens, and we'll bring these guys over this way as well. And then we'll look at consolidating down some of those forces. Because we stacked that group really cheap and easy. We'll get the 1st off this way. And they'll head up there. Actually, hold on. Let me take your horses out, consolidate them. Take the other guy's horses out. And where's the 2 horse groups? There. Oh, the 2 horse groups. Get rid of that one, and get rid of that one. And we'll combine those ones, consolidate those ones, and we'll separate off 4. Get them out there. Get the 1st army out there. Good. These other guys can group up. That is the 2nd on Soya, and you can consolidate and then drop your self right here in the capital. Okay, so we got 4k troops extra. You know what? Why don't we take? Why don't we go here? Oh crap! Meet you in the middle. I messed that timing up. I just want to get all the units consolidated first. Okay, so this smaller group. You over there. This one, consolidate, and then get rid of the 171. Move you over there. Group you guys up, and you're going to actually be... Oh, I see. You're going to be short manpower, and you're going to be probably losing troops because you're too big. So, that's troubling. You guys are going over to the capital. Good. Alright. Up here we go. I will shift consolidate those. I do not want those to deform. Do we? No, that's fine. We're going to need all of them anyways. Except for a lot of these horse we're not going to need right away. That's a lot of extra horse. If we're only doing 4 horse in the group, that's too small, but... we need 2 of them to join in there. And then the rest of these horse... The rest of these horse, we only need 4 of these leftovers. Let's go ahead and disband those. Oh, we don't get any back. That's right. Dumb. Okay, back to the capital, and you'll be the new formed army. Right, well, that was a waste of manpower. Oops. Selling crown lands and seizing lands is an option now. What are we at for that? We're at 40 land right now. We could definitely deal with some of our debt if we were to sell some land. That's 17k. I don't think we're not in any real issue to do that, to be honest. I don't really feel the need to do that at all. I'm really wanting to get this up. We're 103 points from succeeding here. Ideas. And we're gonna do trade ideas, but we might as well leave the points going in as it is for now. We could remove the specialization. Let's do that. Let's remove the specialization. Spread it out. We're close to even on some things. And we have 3 idea groups. 1 idea group from each type that is way underused. Like this guy's only got 2 activated. So evenly spread out with evenly spread out tech. That feels okay for now. Going forward. Alright, let's keep that going. You need a general to hopefully deplete or lessen your impact. 27 peasant regiments, or lose a stability or gain some... Hold on. We spend 576 ducats to lose some corruption and gain some republican tradition. Our current corruption levels are... Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're totally going to do that. Boom. We'll spend money doing it, but that's totally fine by me. Take out a loan. Fix that problem. Is the idea group right away for the... No, that's tax modifier. So if we're gonna not do this one right away because we're 10 years ahead, we might as well put the points here and here. Because that's going to increase our tax income right away, which will help with the economy. And then the other one is going to dramatically affect our inflation rates, inflation reduction. So that'll stop our inflation from going up. We won't need to fuss too much about this one. Oh, and we get it. Of course, after all those clicks, we finally get the yearly inflation reduction guide. Of course we do. All right, fine. I mean, we could do the national unrest guy too, but no, I think this is the way to go. And then I want a maintenance modifier guy for here. You're a 50%er, so no, I don't really actually want that. Okay, we won't spend on that. I mean, if he comes up right now, maybe, but no, probably leave it be. All right, so leaders on all of the armies currently running around doing their rebel stompiness. We do have some more... are these guys up north? I imagine they are, right? Yeah, we got some army issues up north. All right, we'll recall this guy. We will begin the annexation here. We need to give... Oh, I shouldn't have done that now. We're waiting on points here. Yeah, let's cancel that. Let's not do that annexation yet. That's a bad choice. That's a bad choice. I don't want to spend those points daily right now. I want to let that finish. I'd rather lose 1 than lose the 3 to 5, whatever it's taking right now. They took care of the problems. Good. You're going to head over to the problem area here. Let's scan through our... How are we doing in time? We're at the end of the episode, so let's scan through where our problem children are. One is right here, and that is fetishist. Is that the issue? Yeah, okay. So he's at 50%. With a 0.07, so that should dissipate on its own. These are 2 and 2.7. 1.7. Looking at the bottom number there, Joma. Joma actually has an issue. What is Joma's major malfunction? The autonomy is 80. It's got separatism there, so that is going to have a problem. We will be changing out our cruel leader soon. No, that's a lie. we just re-upped our cruel leader. Maybe that was a dumb choice. Yeah, all right. We might want to switch that. But already he's a 633. We're down to 74, so we will dump him out either way. Okay, not bad. Still a good positive income. The forts are all active, which we're leaving them that way now. All right. Let's mothball the galleon fleet. Let's take this up to here. Nope. Take it by ship up to there. We have just the messy business up here. So there's one guy down here. We're gonna roll you over this far, and you should be able to step on this and finish stop that from happening. I think we'll be able to stop them all except for maybe this one. I don't think we can suppress 7.7. We might be able to get 5 max. And then, let's say, what's discontent? What is discontent from? Wait a second. What is that descriptor? Oh, it was an event, wasn't it? I thought there was an event in here that was listed as discontent. It's like unrest for some amount of time. It would be called there it is, discontent. I just saw it. Okay, yeah. That's till, oh, that's only till March 26th. So for 2 of those points will be for a year. And then we'll be able to we'll lose the cruel after a couple of years when we switch leaders. And we'll be able to step on the rest. Separatism drops per year. Positive stability is helping. If that sticks around, knock on wood. Yeah, non-accepted culture, Republican tradition. Okay. So, yeah, not bad. Not altogether not terrible. People request reformed conversion. Wait a second. Religions of Leia changes to reformed. And they lose aggression. No, they become more aggressive. But the religion changes? I mean, there's no downside here because we have 0% chance of rebellion. So, sure. Let the religion change. And that'll just save us one group going to do the religious conversion thing. Okay, the naval fleet is the only one losing, dealing with attrition right now, and that's good. All right, you guys right here, this group is supposed to, hold on. Group that up. You're supposed to join this guy over here once he lands. All right. That is the same group here, so you guys joined in. You need to go to here by boat. Good. And this is the now 4th army. You're listed as the 3rd. Not supposed to be listed as the 3rd. This guy's listed as the 3rd. But the flags tell me that's not what, that I didn't name that. So let's go 4th. Good. And you should have a leader as well. You can have this guy. All right. So, why the red? Why's that red? You're not suffering any issues, right? No, you're good. Now this would be a bunch of manpower, right? We need a ton of manpower to do this. Manpower costs us 28,000 to fill that order. So that'll be the 4th when the 4th gets brought up. Right now we have 3 armies sitting at, well, eventually 36,000. And that's kind of not great. We will have enough force limit to go straight to full with that guy when we can. Naval force limit is boomed like crazy, so we need to start a set of caravels. No, they're not. Wait a second. That is caravel. Oh, okay. Why don't we take... Is there a way to split off the ships that need to be upgraded? Hold on. Let's go into port. Do a little bit more. We're actually at the end of our time frame here. So let's see. Upgrade ships. Well, yes. Upgrade ships. Oh, there's only 2 ships. So we'll separate out the ships that are these 2. All right, good. And this one can go back to its orders to protect trade in the Ivory Coast. Go ahead. And then this one will be given likewise a protect trade in the Ivory Coast and be told that they need to go any damage repair. You should also be on any damage repair. Okay, so you got 35 units there with the flagship. So let's go over to the west here and pop out some frigates as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Really? They had 29 options over there? That's it? Oh, I need 14 bucks to build the next one. Oh, we'll let him finish his few days. There you go. 30. All right. Conversion successful. Ming Civil Wars again. Jeepers, dude. Continuing? That's crazy. All right. So, merchantmen, which means our transports can be upgraded as well, or should be upgraded. These guys don't need an upgrade yet. No. When is the next naval upgrades? We're currently getting... Oh, at 17 we get the new... Galliot. That's the new... shore-based one. The new galley type. What's this? Naval engagement with... goes to 45? Vapors. Or plus 45, is that? Yeah, 45 naval width. It's a lot of ships. So we're still 10 years ahead in that one, and we are 40 points short here. So we're unfortunately 5 months away from getting this tech, which should put us through to having the... where is it? Not proof of strength, modernized. Yeah. No, so we have the institutions, but no Western country has more technologies than the Congo. If we finish it in the next few months, hopefully nobody else gets higher than that. Otherwise, they'd be more than 10 years ahead right now. So they would currently have to go at least another year. Where's our technology list? Is it economic? Yes, technologies. I don't think we have anybody that is over 18. Got some 17 still in there. I don't see any bright green Western European, so we really have to push it. Very, very careful with our Diplo points. So once we hit that, then we get the breakthrough here. Gain 5 innovativeness, which would be fairly substantial. Permanent claim on every province in the northern and southern African subcontinent, which are held by European countries. But then it also gets us on to the next one, which is to banish the Europeans. Every province in southern African subcontinent and every province in the Niger and Guinea regions is not owned by a country with capital in Europe or owned by a European subject, or is owned by a European subject of the Congo. So it's okay as long as we own Portugal or France or whoever owns the land. That's brilliant. So that area would be the Niger and Guinea region and the southern continent. We're geographic. So subcontinent, South African subcontinent, right? South African subcontinent and the Niger and Guinea regions. Niger and Guinea regions. So we have to have everything from here. Oh, okay. We definitely have to take out the English lands to do that. All right. Not going to happen. Unfortunately, oh no, I was going to say, unfortunately, this one's not workable, but the Protector of Africa, but it is. Yeah, so we have to have proof of strength, which is any great power that we're at war with. Wait a second. How did we not get that? Any great power has less than 50 war score against the Congo. How does that make any sense? We definitely were just in... Oh, you know what? We're on England's side, and I bet you France and Burgundy are neither... Yes. France and Burgundy are not great powers. So we'd have to have, like, one of these great powers. Portugal, Mamluks, Poland. No, Ottomans or Mamluks are marginally possible. Definitely Spain and Portugal we're going to end up in a fight with at some point. Jeepers, Spain's taking fights there now too. Yeah, we're going to end up having some serious conflicts. Serious conflicts. And it's super great that England is potent enough to do something about it. But is there any way we've... Oh, we have improved relations here, which means we could ally the Ottomans. Oh, that might very well be worth doing. That seems very much worth doing. We're going to look into that next episode because we have, we definitely have, you know, that's a huge force limit, a huge army force limit that we can expect to come to our defenses if we're fighting, or offenses if we do it early enough, and we're fighting one of the big powers. Because right now they can just march through, right? If we're fighting Spain or Portugal, and you probably end up fighting both, unfortunately, at the same time, we don't do things really sneakily, we're going to have issues. The Ottomans have 114,000 troops right now, 130,000 manpower, and a force limit of 244. Dang, dude. That's epic. All right, well, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Starting to the the reformation of our, once again, another reformation, but we reformed our army this time, and we're trying to recover our army at this point. We are 2,900 men short of the full armies, or of the full regiments that we've got out there. We got a little bit of rebel issues still to take care of, but only one of them is likely to get large enough to stir up any trouble. Those guys are up there. The grain coast will be suppressed here right away, and we can get these guys suppressed. That's what, 3 of them? So yeah, we can separate you up into smaller segments. We'll take, you know, some smaller groups of troops here, and we'll split them up and divvy them up along here and try to suppress the local autonomy here. The discontent will go away in a year. Hopefully we'll be able to stop these guys from spawning, so it'll save a bunch of manpower for our troops. All right, well, that's it for today. Thanks everybody for joining me. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. See you in game.